bottom of my board it says,
woo! I'm live.
We are billionaires.
Yes, there you go. Welcome to Tarot and Tidbits, Tuesday, 3:30. I'm Lucinda for illumination. All right. Goodness. So I guess I'll wait until like somebody comes in. Usually it's me and Sarah. Sarah won't be here. She's out of town right now. Happy New Year to those who are in the Gregorian calendar. And solstice, because solstice has been very beautiful in its transition. Let's see. Maybe what I'll do is I'll pull a rune first for like the collective read to see like what that kind of looks like for us. I'll use my favorite runes. All right. I'm also feeling I might use more than one deck of cards. I was gonna use, I don't know, we'll see. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of centering into anything into, okay, let's see. I'm centering into our heart spaces, right? So kind of into that Christ consciousness, beautiful, luxurious, love, green energy, that humanitarianism that we feel pulled to with Aquarius, right? And so we'll settle into that vibration. And then as we connect our heart chakra to that vibration, we open and expand to all that is. All right. And along the way, what we'll do is we'll let go of anything no longer serving us. And how we could do that is to take a nice deep breath in, filling your whole body with golden light, letting it collect all the psychic debris, and then blowing it out. Good job. All right. Cool. Cool. That feels a lot better. Here we go. Here we go. I like to connect to openness, to oneness, so that we can have, I don't know, more to pull from, right? Who doesn't like more in that aspect? I decided that I would open the show. It'll be me by myself today. All right. I'm probably going to go longer than 3:30. I have nothing tonight until later. And my class isn't tonight. We've finished for the year. That was 2 weeks ago. And then on like a week from tonight, I'll have psychic development. I'll have psychic development, and that will be the beginning of a brand new process. So if you're new to like whatever that is for my class, you're more than welcome to join us. All the classes are going to be $25. We have a new class schedule that's up. I haven't posted it yet. We're still working out all of the listings, and there are quite a few listings now because we're doing hybrids. We're allowing ourselves to be online via Zoom and in participation through a YouTube channel that's private and unlisted. And then let's see, and in person. So we're combining a lot of different classes right now. Some will be at 7 p.m. One is at 3 p.m. There might be another 3 p.m., but that one might be, we'll see like what that looks like. Moving forward, Spirit told me just to focus on moons, right? Just the moons. And whatever the moon is, for like a full moon or a new moon, but on the day of that moon to provide at 3 p.m., no matter what the day is, 3 p.m. And then, and I can go this way so that it doesn't hinder something. So it's fine. So I could do 2:30, but that's kind of like, I don't know, 3 p.m. is there very, very like that about it. Anyway, so I'll be doing those moons, but I'll do them here, and eventually I'll open them up as a hybrid so that other people could participate, because super powerful. We did one yesterday, and it was for the Capricorn moon. And oh my gosh, I have my phone right here. I wonder if I took a picture of the grid that we made. Okay. I talk about the grid that we made. And what I mean by that is the one that Spirit channeled through me to make. I find it very amusing sometimes for all of that to take place. So this was the grid. All right. Okay. And for those of you who have attended here, that mesa, that's like my favorite mesa. It's the one that I got in Tucson a while ago. The crystal that's in the center, in the core right there of that tree of life, all right, that is a clear quartz crystal, all right? And that clear quartz crystal is like this big. Just to give you an idea of the scale of the grid that was in the center of the room on my mesa, all right? I went ahead and all those points that you see, this one and this one and this one, these are little geodes of clear quartz clusters. They're just gorgeous. So we went ahead and pointed that out. We used blue lace agate. So the blue lace agate does like that top triangle and then the sides on either side like that and then across that line right there. The other part, right, was the lighter stuff that you see, the interworkings of the tree of life, right, was all citrine. Okay, super freaking powerful for Capricorn, very earth-based, very connective, very like, oh, I'm here, I'm ready. Okay, so I hope that you guys can feel like this beautiful energy, and I'm just gonna allow blessings to you. All right, I won't be able to put like a picture in the comment, but anyway, that'll be the moons. Okay, now I'm ready to get going. All right, enough people are present to where like now we can get going. All right, let's see. All right, this will be for the thread. All right, what we did was what you might have felt and experienced during the time that I was talking is gentle shifts of energy, letting go of what is like surrounding you. Okay, so it's kind of like a falling away of focus, and that's really what it is, like burdens off your shoulders. Your back feels a little bit more relaxed. There's no pressure in your head. And then, all spirit energy in need of transition. Go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. And allowing all the spirit, if you see me, you've passed. You're there you go. Yeah. Cool. Go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. I'm pretty good right now. This feels nice. And then we're going to thank all the beings that come from outside of our scope, right? And their realms and their cosmic. And thank you so much for showing up to try to help us when we ask for it. We'll open up the heavens and we'll release all of them from their service. Thank you so much. You may go. And we'll just let that kind of clear a little bit. Okay. All right. That feels really good. A lot of throat clearing right now. That's going to be this gentle blue, just gorgeous energy. That, if you allow that to expand and connect to your perception of the sky, right? The sky with that color. No clouds, just open expression. Honorable expression. There you go. Kindness, caring, compassion. You speak these frequencies into your existence. How you do it is you sit still first, and then you move into what you believe that frequency is, and you vibe into it. It cleans itself up and becomes a more entrained flow that takes you into your experiences. So that's why slowing down is pretty fucking powerful. Okay. All right. Quatsch. That's a German word that I learned when in the late 80s. Okay. So let's see. It's Rado. All right. But reversed. So Rado. Okay, let's see. Yes, Rado. But journey, and it is okay. Well, let's see. Let's just see what this beautiful rune has to share. Okay. I receive this joyfully and easily. I provide allowance and connection to that which is illuminated. And so it is. Receiving Rado reversed puts you on notice to be particularly attentive to personal relationships. At this time, ruptures are more likely than reconciliations, and effort may be required to keep your good humor. Whatever happens, how you respond is up to you. The requirements for your growth may totally disrupt what you have intended. Desired outcomes may elude you, and yet what you regard as detours, inconveniences, disruptions, blockages, and even failures and deaths will actually be rerouting opportunities, with union and reunion as the only abiding destinations. That is a powerful freaking message. Okay. Happy fucking New Year. I love it. Okay, well, let's get down to business. Let's just get down. Okay, so I have a few people who are here right now. I have Amanda and Amanda. All right, anything general my guides want me to know? Okay. Not sure if you're taking questions. Yeah, fuck yeah, why not? What do you really want to know for the new year? Fucking why don't you ask? Okay, and if you frame it in like, will I find love? You know what? Only until you love you. That's how that shit works. So, of course you'll find love. It's a no-brainer. You just got to know what it looks like. And that's why you have to find it within you, so that you get that vibrational match stuff going. That's the fun part of getting to know. Getting to love ourselves and feel lovable to others, right? If we have so do you want that question? Do you want a general question, or do you want a question? Do you want to ask a question for the new year? I have a lot of cards here. Okay. So Amanda, if you have a particular question, or if you just like general, you can when Spirit and I found out that I was going to be the one that was here today, what ended up happening is that I'm allowing myself to be open to whatever their guidance is. And their guidance has been, okay, so love life would be nice. Okay, thank you. And their guidance is very direct. Okay, so obviously they knew where you were going to go, so they already started with you. Okay, yay. That's always the happy phase. Okay, so what you're really asking is you want to know whether or not you're a vibrational match for the love that you are perceiving as yours to be. Is that correct? So in that, what I would like for you to understand is that wherever you're standing, whatever vantage point you are standing from, that is an advantageous point. And like a computer game in front of you, you could just knock shit out of the way, okay, and keep bringing it closer to you. All right, that's what you could do. That's how it works. And how you do that, because all of us are kind of the center of our universe, right? Greetings to everybody joining. Anybody who puts a comment, I will pull some. I'll go ahead and I'll do a little mini reading for you, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm shifting the vibes, okay? So this particular vibration that we're shifting right now has to do with our lovability and how we can conceive how lovable we are for ourselves and others. Not in a way that we are in lack to where we don't feel like we're enough, in a way to where we could be our full capacity of who we are. And we want somebody to vibrationally match that, but you have to be in awareness of who you are. Okay. And what's your purpose, right? What's your purpose in life? How nucleus can you get with that? Can you just open that? Because intimacy is where you're going to struggle. All right. So being intimate with yourself and owning like whatever hardships it is, that's perfectly fine. Sitting with yourself and loving yourself through that as that child and talking to her, that's what we do often. All right. And you'll notice that there'll be a vibrational shift to where, like, when you show up and you respond to certain circumstances, that you don't have that high charge any longer. Okay. And so that's what takes place when love comes into town. I like that song. I used to dance that all the time in Germany. Wow, Germany must be really prevalent today. Hello, my friends. Okay. All right. So here, I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay, Amanda? So love life would be nice. Okay. And now you're feeling that shift come through, right? Okay. Because now that understanding is illuminated. All we do when we do shadow work is that we recognize where we're at, and then we open up that little bit. Okay. And we allow a little bit of light to come in, and it works like the mycelium for, mushrooms. Okay. And it kind of illuminates things to where we're not in, ooh, that was nice, good release. We're not in diminishment, all right, of who we are. All right, there you go. Good job. Okay, here's your card for love life. Oh, okay. So situationally, okay. And not that you're in a situationship right now, you feel very free. All right. I would encourage you to really cultivate the relationship within before you step into another relationship with anyone, simply because you're not sure as yet what it looks like or what it could look like, because you keep repeating the same pattern, and you need to stop doing that. So writing a goal list about what you would like in a relationship and how you plan to show up in that fucking relationship, that would be golden for you. Okay. All right. Ooh, spirit direct today. Spirit's direct today. Okay, here's your card. 6 of Swords. I love you. I love you. Oh, and the energy is fast. My goodness. Okay. All right. So 6 of Swords means that situationally you're moving out of the rougher waters. So that's out of the deeper emotional aspects. So you're not as highly charged as you once were. So look forward to that. But your thoughts are still in charge of your emotions. So you need to go ahead, start thinking better thoughts. Like, write yourself some fucking mantras. They would be really good. Here's mine. I'll just share mine with you, and then you can go ahead and figure your own out. All right. I allow and am in flow of universal wisdom. I welcome the energy of what's to be, and I open to all the possibilities. I give of myself to the universe in co-creation to bring forward opportunities of performance in larger capacity with greater reach and connection, and so it is. Do shit like that. That will help you with your love life. Okay. Anybody else asking for love life questions, you're going to get a lot of that. Okay. That's it right there. That's right. Because see, you can already feel that shift. You could feel the shift, and on point. Thank you so much. I love you. So now you know. All right. It isn't that you have to be fixed or changed or you must become. It's you being you at your most authentic aspect. And you can't do that until you get to know who the fuck you are. All right. That's how that works. You're welcome. I don't know if anybody else is going to feel this fucking shit, but yeah, here we go. Here we go. Buckle up, buttercup. Here we go. All right. Hi, Angie. Yeah, that was a beautiful ceremony. Thank you for your attendance. That was just so gorgeous. And it was such a nice exercise, right? Such a nice exercise. And telling the story repeatedly to yourself of the beauty of what you are becoming, right? I love it. Yeah, that grid was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's see. I love you too. So we're going to scroll down till okay, let's see. or will I be the match? Ooh, good fucking question. Okay, that takes us into another teaching moment, and I'm not apologetic about that. That's my giddy up. So here we go. Being a vibrational match, you have to decide what the match looks like. If you can name it, give it nomenclature, a construct, okay? Then you can determine whether or not you're feeling that particular vibration. That's how we construct our life. So when we start to think about being in a relationship with another individual, all right, we start to think about them and their vibration and what's attractive about them, because we want what they have. We want what they have. All right. So if you can determine what they have that you feel you don't have, all right, that helps you. It frees them, and it's not like this, it becomes like this, to where you can practice all vibration. When you practice all vibration, you're just coming into recognition of how you're feeling in that moment and knowing it could pass. You're not as highly charged and attached to what the feeling or emotion is. You're not dipping into all the fucking processing and like, oh, I fucked up, I'm a fuck up, and going back into that old narrative that is not serving you, but it's a pattern and it's familiar. So you jump to it, because we all do it. I do it. It isn't, they're patterns. We've been using them for years. We're creating different patterns. We're not changing the color of the fucking pattern. We're changing the pattern now. That's different for us. So you have to practice different construct building. And the easier, softer way to do that is through positive affirmation to self, because the vibration that you're looking for is only going to be satisfied within. So even if you get together, okay? Even if you get together, all right, there's many vibrations at play. And in the moment that you come together, it's intersectional. So you both have offerings of frequency and light in that moment. And it is a moment. It's a drop in the bucket. It's a moment of whatever you conceive it is in with that individual, if you want to include them, all right? Sometimes we'll move into a feeling around it, and we'll attach the feeling to that moment, and we'll call it something. And a lot of the conditioning that we have is the cute meat, Cinderella-esque aspects to what romance possibly could be. And 9 times out of 10, when we haven't really looked at ourselves internally to find out who we are and what we really fucking want, we're trying to get married in the cash register line at the grocery store. And that's not really going to be harmonious 100% of the time. It will be whatever it needs to be in that moment. Okay. And those are all right choices, because we've never had those experiences. And all the result orientations will be the expectations set. And you'll achieve all of them. It'll all the experience, right? You'll get all of that. It will be in how you narrate what comes next. Whatever is holding you back in your narrative internally, right? That says, yeah, but moves you away from that vibrational match. And that's the simplest way that I could put vibration. We look for sustains. So in music, because that's what frequency is, it's music. We're very melodic, all right? And so you're looking for harmony in your life. We call it peace. You're looking for harmony. And then we're looking for a sustain, which means a note that continues to travel. And once we're unaware of that note that continues in a ripple to travel out into the galaxies, right? Okay. We will want to practice it again. Okay. And we'll look for it, and we'll go ahead and practice it again when we deem that we're there again. So the question is, do you think you're a vibrational match? You have to know that you are. Otherwise you wouldn't be going after this individual. Let's pull a card to see if you already know that shit. I like that. Okay. All right. Fuck yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm really happy that my friend Dawn isn't here because this is a big dick card. Anyway, so it looks like new love for you is coming through. I really wouldn't worry about it too awful much. All right. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I would say that that is probably a yes. Okay. Let's see what you got. Damn, I know it's for Amanda, but I got bitch slapped. Yeah, everybody in it today. It's the 31st. We're in that loving, beautiful moon of, yep. Okay, so let's see who would be up to bat next. Okay, that's going to be Cherry Blossom. Ooh, you know what? There is this song, Cherry Bum. Okay, anyway, a little bit of my punk background. I love it. Okay, Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year and many blessings. If you would like a particular question answered, okay, all right, a particular question answered going into the new year, keep in mind that the universe is providing us this delicious energy, all right? We're in the new moon cycle of Capricorn, so we're still in that energy. It has shadows on either side of it, which was yesterday, so today is very impactful. Lots of transits are here to support us. Yeah, okay, all right, cool. Okay, very cool. What's coming towards me in love? Okay, there might be a theme on this little thread, huh? Okay, let's see. When I started to tune into your energy, Cherry, I'm going to call you the first aspect. I could call you Cherry Blossom if you would like. You just let me know, okay? If I'm not being complete, all right? So they're telling me just say Cherry Blossom and get it over with. Okay. So there's a lot of joyful energy, Cherry Blossom, in like who you are and how you look at things. It feels like you're very in touch with like your divine feminine aspect of like how you translate the world around you. There is a lot of beauty through the eyes that you see that you use. And in that, there's also like a longing. Okay. So you're practicing duality. All right. When you practice two vibrations that are in opposition, all right, you're definitely in the middle, but you're in the power of choice in that moment. Okay. Super powerful place to be. Now, if you lean into longing too much, you're going to experience a deeper sense of regret, remorse, guilt, because that's like in that aspect. Okay. If you were to lean into the excitement and enthusiasm that you would like to experience in the kind of love that you'd like to draw into your life. Okay. All right. That's going to be a different focus, but you can see clearly how it offers a different way to align your values and your focuses. The idea is to give yourself a lot of grace because nothing has been wrong that you've provided. Nothing, not one thing. And every circumstance or experience that we go into is perfect because we've never had it before. We haven't had that in that way at that time with that person in that moment as we are. Everything shifts because changes are constant. So if you could look at yourself as like a sunrise every day, you get to go ahead and shine your beams brightly. All right. At night, you would be in reflection of like all the things that took place, and then you would let go of it and let it die. The day would die. It would be fine. Then the next day, you would be again like the sunrise. That's what our perfection is. That is exactly what our perfection is. So as you're standing in that middle lane, you may have noticed that what I did was I moved things away. So it doesn't feel so much like I have to, or a time construct. Okay. So what I did was I kind of moved the energies, not at bay. So I don't want you to think that. What I did was I just kind of expanded your field of awareness and understanding. Okay. And when we do that, all we're doing is we're connecting to more possibility. Why not? It could be a possibility, right? Energetically, it's going to be something that's going to give you freedom and allow you spaciousness. Yeah. All right. So usually when we're looking for a partner romantically, we base it on what our experience has been. Okay. And that means that we're still in that luggage toting, baggage toting aspect, trying to enter into another place to live or dwell. Okay. And we have to understand that we have to clean our temple first of whatever debris is there that says a comparison or a relatable to a different experience in a personal aspect, because it's important that we have the integrity of what's happened. It's like reading a story. All right. And the story is going to continue to evolve, but you can put the book back in the library. Okay. And as you continue, because we check it out over and over again, that book of whatever it was, but I do feel residual energy from a previous experience. So what's coming towards me right now is a lot of inner work. All right. I'm seeing the moon card, but I'm gonna pull cards for you. I'm gonna pull a card for you. So what I would suggest is this, is I would go into like maybe a 10-minute reflection at night. 12 minutes would be freaking okay. And then do the whiteboard exercise. All right. I'll go over that like right now. Okay. Because your worth, your value is it's really good. And you're timidly asking for somebody to join you, but you have to clearly define what you think you are as a match, because that's what we ask for. Okay. So knowing yourself, it's always going to be wrapped around knowing yourself and wanting to know if this person is going to support you with like your thoughts. Like, are they going to listen to you? Are you going to listen to them? How much do you listen in a conversation? What do you look for as far as intimacy? Will you share your hopes and dreams, your visions? Because what I really feel from you is that you're looking for long-term. You're looking for long-term commitment, not entanglement, right? But more companion partnership. You're looking to cultivate that sort of a relationship. And the only thing that I can see that like possibly is here, okay, is that you have an old story of a previous relationship and you're trying not to get back into something like that. Okay. When you have that focus, it's like having a plan B. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, like when you're planning like a vacation or something like that, and it's like a little farther out there and you're like, okay, well, I'm really stressing on these little things, but if that doesn't work out, I have this. And usually this is what happens because you've already given it to the universe. It's already filling itself out. This one you're still holding on to, so you haven't even released it yet. That's the plan B aspect I'm talking about, okay? So rather than living by default, okay, and feeling subjective, because we start to tell ourselves evidence stories of like what's surrounding us, okay? Make your evidence a different story, all right? It was nice to be in unison with someone in the way that I chose to be, accepting of myself and them and all the circumstances. Some of the best parts were learning more about me and who I am and what I desire out of life. Knowing that I have a voice, that I matter, allowing myself to become a better version, or maybe just a different version of the better part of me. Knowing that these practices are inherent to who I naturally am, moving into my most authentic vibrational self. Allowing myself to know too that this gave them the freedom to do the same. Both of us are on a catapult of growth. And in that, I can release the bonds that I might have wrapped in expectation to the relationship. And I now understand that I am enough. I am always enough, that I've always been enough, that I'm enough now. I'm still showing up. I'm doing really good. Everything is always working out for me. I'm ready for this beautiful vibrational love match to come in. What would I like in this beautiful union? Would I like for them to look a certain way? Can I, what is appealing to me? Does that really matter? Maybe their heart, when their heart shows up, I will feel it. I will feel it to the core of my being. That's how I'll know I'm a vibrational match. I will feel it deeply and impactfully. And now, right now, what you've done, Cherry Blossom, in that little exercise was make yourself the vibrational match that you would like to be and like to experience in the future. And that's how we do it. We practice the vibe that we wish to experience in the future. That allows us to be open to what's to come. All right. This was a lot of work, energetic shifting. So don't be surprised when you go to look for the old story and it is non-existent. That's perfectly okay. You probably won't find it again. What happens is that this allows for our vibration. It feels good, huh? It allows our vibration to really come into that. I feel all your joy. I feel all your joy. I love you. I feel your appreciation. You're super welcome. Yep. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here for that connection. We're here for that beautiful unctuous yum, right? Okay. All right. So let's see. So let's go ahead and what kind of love are you bringing forward now with this new vibrational offering, right? Now we want a card, okay? Because we're looking at the future. So why the fuck not? Okay. I fucking love it. Okay. You just did the moon work in that short period of time. That is an enormous amount of deep-seated work. What's going to end up happening is that you're going to marry your belief system and values to your heartfelt understanding. That's going to ground you on a daily basis. It's so beautiful. You're going into a spiritual lesson. The spiritual lesson is the star. The star is all about the mystical you. It's all about your connection. It's all about what you view, your choice. That's why. So you feel like you have choice now in front of you. All right? Rather than beside you. And that's what's going to propel you into where it is that you would like to be. So the star card, all right, all your chakras are aligned, so that's part of it. So I was very happy when this came because I did do that shift and I just want to make sure that it was aligned, which is nice. You can see that this is a very Aquarian energy. So you're in alignment. Pluto is a water planet. Aquarius pours things from the heavens, right? That feels very beautiful. I love this alignment. Many blessings to everybody in the thread that got to witness that and become part of that energetic shift. That's so cool. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Cherry Blossom, for participating. Now let's see who's next. Let's see. I go back up here. Okay. Oh, okay. So I have Sean G. Hi. Okay. Let's see. Can I be? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to look for, here we are. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Cool. Perfect. Okay. Why is my money from Florida still being held up? When will I get it? Oh, goodness. Hold on. Sean G. Hold your left hand palm side up and slightly out like you're receiving something. You may notice that your hand got heavy. I want you to take your hand and imagine yourself putting it into your pocket. Imagine yourself just putting whatever landed in there into your pocket. Just do that for me, whether you have one or not. Okay, great. This question brings in different energy, right? You could feel it. All right. So what I like to do is I'm going to go into a different space. It's not, but you know, that's the easiest way to articulate it. So what I'm feeling right now, Sean, is I'm feeling a mask right here. So somebody's wearing a mask. All right. I'm determining whether or not it is energy that can be shifted, removed, whatever. All right. And by doing that, I'm just doing a little light language. Okay. Speaking some light language. And as I do, it raises the vibration of your aura and self. This allows your vibe and entrainment to go up. You'll feel a faster vibration. All right. That's what the separation is, that because you're feeling like this. Okay. Perfect. What we're doing is we're separating the slower vibration that is blocking the pathway for you. Okay. We're allowing it to kind of be transmuted into clear essence. All right. Back into fire, wood, earth, water, metal, spirit, air. You can feel it. It's already dropped. It's already down into your sacral. Right. So what we're doing is we're just clearing all of your chakras of whatever that vibration is that's been put there. All right. I'm using your chakras for your situation. Okay. I like to look at them. They tell me an awful lot of things. Usually your sacral chakra is a bright orange. You're feeling all the orange come back right now. We're going into the root aspect. All right. The root is a natural shift. You felt your back kind of loosen up, right? Okay. So we're going into the root now. Into the root. I would suggest laying on your side and kind of rocking a little bit on the ground, and laying on your right side and left side and doing the same for about, I don't know, 10 to 20 seconds daily to release like more of that residual energy from the healing that you've done, because you've done a lot of healing and it's just stuck in your hips a little bit. More somatic breathing exercises would work for you. Okay. All right. I digress. Come back down, girl. Come back in. There we are. Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect to the earth. We're going to open up the earth seed. All right. For all of us in the thread, anybody coming across this, we're going to ground. So I'm opening up everyone's individual earth seed. Might feel a little bit like you're being drawn down into the earth. We're dropping some of our energetic tendrils of connection down into the earth. That's right. Just dropping down, allowing what doesn't serve us to just transmute as it hits the earth into little white butterflies of unconditional love. Source energy, continuing. All right. There you go. And what we're doing is we're creating a sense of spaciousness through our connection. All right. Because there's many different offerings in this field, right? And what we would like to do is maybe release that which no longer serves the current story of you. There. That's that last little bit down past your ankles. Right? Good, right? A little bit of work. Now we're going to go all the way to the core of the earth. We're going to go ahead and wrap our tendrils and tie them in that beautiful space. We're going to gather to ourselves all of the essence of this connection that the earth provides us. So we'll gather fire, water, earth, wood, metal, spirit, air. And we're going to bring all of that up through all of our energetic tendrils, rejuvenating, revitalizing, transmuting anything that no longer serves us. Bringing it up our beautiful chakra alignment and up through the spine, open. Okay, good. Get a little bit of, whew, there we go. That's better. All right. Okay, and now let's invite our silver cords, if you will, our connection to divine spirit, oneness. Let's just expand into that understanding, that connection, just with your mind and your heart. Go into who you truly are, right? Your more energetic self, your more loving, authentic self, right? Ooh, there you go. And then invite that connection back into your current physical experience. See how that feels? That's how you protect yourself from what you perceive, okay, as psychic attack. All right. The idea is to understand that you're just aligning yourself with all that is, because that's what you are. You're all that is. Okay. All right. Now your body's buzzing. All right, Sean. Let's go ahead and look at let's look at that question now. Okay. All right. Let's look at that question. Let's see. I'm going to come back up here for the question. All right. Because see, your story will keep it from you. I don't have it yet. That's the fucking story. So let go of that story. That's what we're doing. We're shifting that. Okay. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it with like a little, what Esther Hicks calls like a rampage. Okay. All right. We're going to shift your energy. We're going to shift our energy in this field, in this thread. So it becomes more supportive, more aligned, more than enough to be what it needs to be for this supportive system to bring forward what is naturally yours, that's already on its way, that has made its way into its transition toward you. There's such release and rejuvenation. There's joy, there's appreciation, and feeling it come toward you. The relief that you're going to feel, the, oh my gosh, I thought this would never get here. But all the challenges that you've met along the way, that you've managed to go ahead and procure, curate, and build, make it even better. Going ahead and applying what your knowledge is, making that dime stretch farther than you thought you could. All of those skills that you have now honed into a business, the way that you are bringing this money toward you. Right? First, you always notice that there's no doubt the money exists. 2, in your statement, it already says that it's yours. Okay? 3, we're using your statement to create the vibration. You want to know when. All right? I pulled my moon cards out because that's how I like to tell time. Woo! All right. Here you are. A fiery climax approaches. This is full moon in Aries. All right. Full moon in Aries. Full moon in Aries. So I don't know what month that would be. Okay. All right. I don't know what month that would be. If I were to, I can look at it right now because I like stuff like that. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. I'm going to look at my femoris. I love having tools. Okay. That might be quite a while, or maybe it's already done. I think it feels like it's already done. Plus, I think that this actually, oh, okay. Yep, I got it. Here it is. So your full moon in Aries, right, isn't actually a full moon in Aries. It's when the nodal placement moves from Aries into Pisces. That's what they're telling me. So I would say that you can expect your funds to begin arriving anytime after the 12th. that's when it'll directly go into Pisces. There is a bit of a shadow, but there is no miscommunication of that happening. The emotions that you're feeling and the disruption that's there will, you'll get it before, okay, the 30th. So it'll be between the 12th and 30th is what they're telling me. All right. Uranus is putting things in place that you will need to know, so that way when you do get the money, it doesn't just go away as fast as it usually, as sometimes it does. So from the 12th to the 30th of January, that's what that looks like. I would love for you to come back here and tell us if we got the dates right. Or come and tell me I'm just I don't even care. I already know it's right. I love my life. You're welcome. You're welcome, Sean. So what you're waiting for is you're waiting for a couple of planet transits, okay? First, we're coming into the third and final year of Saturn being stationed in Pisces, all right? And so your structure that you're asking for around all of the money, okay? The structure that you're asking for, you're building that right fucking now. So you have to be patient. You have to allow for what it is that you're choosing, because you're asking for something that can be long-term. And if you're asking for something that's long-term, a foundation has to be built so that way you can be in alignment with what your ask is. Your alignment is the story that you tell of that experience. I love being able to have this freedom. I am enjoying myself immensely. These little things that are coming are showing me that there's just some residual energy that I'm letting go of. I'm able to move forward at a pretty fast pace. Everything is opening for me. Everything is always working out for me. I am allowing better things to come my way, things like that. Okay. All right. You're welcome. Okay, here, let me see. I know it's 4:22, so I'm still going. If you guys still want, if you're still here, I'm still going to go. Okay, so let's see. So this was Sean G. Thank you, Sean G. Okay. Ooh, and that takes us here. All right. Benita Bala. Ooh, okay. All right. We're settling into that energy that you are asking about. So let's see. Hi, can I know what we'll feel after seeing my birthday present for him? Oh, he'll feel everything you transferred into that gift. Everything. So everything you transferred into that gift, everything. So all the emotions when you're wrapping it, what you're thinking as far as the future, like this is such a great way to blah, 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 whatever that story is. You put all that energy into that gift. So how you were feeling when you wrapped that gift, when you bought that gift, when you thought about why you were giving that gift, all that energy is what this individual is going to feel after they see the present. All right. What it's going to do, what that energy is going to do, all right, I think is probably a better question. All right. Okay. I think I think it's another question that can support like your ask. Okay. Here's the benefit. Okay. Here's the benefit. It feels like the present is given in love and not manipulation. Okay. That's a benefit. It means that it was given with an open heart and not a lot of expectation. Just kind of, here, I'm showing you this. So there's a lot of vulnerability in it. Okay. Those particular vibrations will trigger for the individual. They might feel vulnerable and they may not be able to express it. Okay. So what you're getting is their ability of being truthful in the moment of that experience. and it will happen based on what's happened before and what they're wanting in the future and what they think has to happen in the now. All right. So it could be many different things that are coming up, right? If you're giving a gift that has a significance of commitment to it, all right, at a birthday, because you think that this is a lovely way to celebrate their day, that may not be the best supportive way to build a relationship toward companion partnership and self-respect and mutual respect, because it does have a little bit of an assertion of how you would like for the individual to behave or experience what you're letting go of to give to them. Okay, there's a lot to gift giving, all right, especially if it's meaningful to us. If it's meaningful to us, we will build a story around it. So whatever the story is that you're telling yourself, that's kind of the experience that the individual is going to have. If you have, because I feel like it's a little like this, like you're not sure which way the wave's going to break, but you're paddling, you're digging, you're just not sure which way the wave's going to break. You're trying to make it all the way up there. All right. You're almost up there and you're like, oh, it's right. Phew. And you want to drop in. So the idea is to decide what you think should be the outcome. What should be the outcome? And the best way to connect to that outcome is to decide how you want to feel when the individual receives it. Okay? Because that's what you have control of. All right? That's what you have control of, because that's our power of choice, is our emotional self-regulation system in our body. All right, our sensory awareness, our response and reaction, where it is that we're coming from, because the reasons that the gift was given, right, all right, are going to play into your response or your reaction. And if you're working through something that is timid or maybe vulnerable, and it isn't in an authentic vulnerability, it's more in a I feel scared or fearful vulnerability, that's going to open it in a different way for you, no matter what their reaction is. So really looking at yourself to see like what you would like to feel when they open it. Okay. I love you. All right. And then it doesn't rest with them how you want to respond to this gift of love that you have wrapped in a material aspect. Do you see what I mean? It's super important that you understand that you do have a seat at the table. Okay? And if you're feeling that connection with this individual to where it's that heart connection and you just feel it, if you allow yourself to feel it, it can grow. All right? And that's kind of what I see. But both of you are kind of like that. So allowing yourself to be in the joy of that discovery, right? Yes, right? To be in the joy of that discovery, right? And just let it be that for right now, right? Because these bits and pieces, these moments of the unknown in that particular relationship of celebration, you're learning that you can celebrate you in them instead of you standing outside and only observing them. That is the will he like this gift? All right. And so I'm encouraging you to really get in and feel these emotions and allow yourself to sit and have God tears, because it is a very spiritual love. That's what I feel. All right. It gets overwhelming because it's so connected. And you don't want to, we never want to do anything to make people run away from us. But we're the ones who are running away from us. So that's why get in touch with who you are. What is you would like to feel when they open it? Not their expectation of like, oh, well, I want him to smile. If he smiles, then I'll feel XYZ. No, I'm going to be so happy when he opens this because I'm going to feel XYZ. I'm going to be happy because it's a choice, right? Because I provided a lot of love and care and thoughtfulness around the gift. And I just want to convey that energy of love that I put there. And that will give me the satisfaction of knowing that that's enough. Because that's what you're offering. You're offering a little bit of you every time we do something for another individual. All right. So let's go ahead and pull a card for you. Oh, those cards. I love that they're never wrong. Because I'm not attached. I'm not attached to them. Okay. I think I'm going to go with this deck. So you know that feeling that you're going through right now, Benita? That feeling that you're going through right now? I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate that. So that feeling that you're going through right now, that oh, it's so delicious, right? It's so delicious. This is the best that any relationships can be built on, is that sense of understanding, the beginning, right? To where you let yourself be immersed in somebody else's rabbit hole without entering, and maintaining your own rabbit hole and experience at the same time. Okay, great. So let's pull a card for your gift. How it will be received by the universe, right? What universal energies could come in to support the sentiment and love that you gave it with, right? Let's ask that, okay? How you ask the question opens up the field for you. Okay, all right. So it is a new beginning and a spiritual lesson at the same time. Once again, and I've done a lot of shuffling, so this is very interesting. We do have the Ace of Wands, so it's a new beginning, all right? So it's going to make him happy, maybe. I don't know. The universe is very happy and very supportive of this action. They're saying this is a new beginning. It's a new way to go. You're also coming from a place where you feel like a well-oiled machine at a stop sign. Sevens, this is the Chariot, which is a major arcana. So you are in a spiritual lesson, which is really good for you. You're learning that you do come from great places, good backgrounds. The heavens and the earth all support you in your future endeavors. The idea is that you're enough, and that's what you're learning right now. So this part right here where the two sphinxes are, it's always given me interest, because it lets me know that until you are able to move into that style of communication that you're desirous of, right? Because when we're in partnership, there's things that our partners have that we don't possess, that we don't think that we possess or we have access to. So we have that desire to cultivate and curate those attributes for ourselves, as well as transfer whatever we have to them. If we're clear, if we're really clear, the communication isn't so black and white, and the forward motion is easier. All right. We move into a place of strength. Right now, it's about learning the communication, right? And really just like what I'm seeing is like layering it with kindness, a lot of kindness. You're a kind individual. You have a lot of love in your heart, and allowing that to just be like the name of your authentic self. That's where I see you in this particular growth. But many blessings. Yay! Okay, so let's go up here. I'm gonna go up here one more time, or not one more time. I'm gonna do it until we're done. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Dupree. Okay. What does this say? Okay. All right. Okay. Let me look at this question with a really open mind, okay? If I give direction, it's merely suggestion because I'm providing opportunities and possibilities that are already in your awareness and your vibration. So when somebody tells me that I must do this without kind of like a reason, okay, I will take the time to continue to invent reasons for why I maybe initially saw that individual to get to the answer that they gave me. Now, that can take place like that. That's what a lot of people do when they get advice or reading or whatever that is, okay? Mostly what it is a suggestion to get better connected in your energetic field. So coming into your sensory awareness, maybe grounding, things like that, okay? Spirit is so cool, all right? And very funny for me right now because like, okay, if you're on right now, okay, I would love, let's see where we're at. You're welcome, Vanita. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right. So I only have you in the one aspect. If you could go ahead and put another comment if you're still present. They're encouraging me to do something for you. And if you would like that, I could do that. I just need you to be present at the time of the gift. All right. That would be beneficial. Okay. So we're looking for Dupree. Oh, good. Cool. This is awesome. Okay, this is freaking cool. Okay, now I don't know how many people are going to be on right now. I don't know if everybody is going to be willing to receive. All right. Mwah. All right. I don't know if everybody is going to be willing to receive or has the capacity to receive, or if there are things that they are, it's okay. Let go of what you think is. Okay. So this is for you, Dupree. All right. Okay, so as we go into like that energetic aspect that they had mentioned to you, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, so for me, all right, I would encourage you, well, what do you feel about it? What is your story around it? Like, what did you decide to start talking to yourself about or generating? Okay, all right. I've had 3 to 5 people tell, okay, all right, okay, cool. And have they all been readings, or are these just people, random people that you come across in the supermarket? Like, what has it been? Are they giving you advice, or what is the story around why they tell you this? That's what I'm asking. Oh, see, we're releasing already. I love that. Okay. What I would say is this, okay? Because like I can feel the vibration and you are curious because you're already in connection with a greater amount of energy. Okay. Right. You're already in connection with a greater amount of energy. Are you a Reiki practitioner already? Did you get level 1 or level 2 or level 3 or master or teacher or any of that? Like, have you received that gift yet? That transference of energy to where it opens you up a little bit more? Have you received that as yet? What I'm reading is that your vibrational offering already is in connection with that harmony, and all you have to do is okay, yeah. See, that's why. Okay, so yes. Okay, girl. All right. So here's the thing, right? You want, I just want clarification around this statement. Okay. Okay. Now, I would rather just receive the Reiki than get trained, to be honest. Okay, that's fine. Now, here's what Spirit's offering. This is why I needed clarity, okay? Spirit is offering you attunements right now, and I'll do the attunements right here online. It'll be at a distance. You'll receive them. It'll probably put you into a state of being for about 10 to 20 minutes. Just stay in it. It'll give you like a dream state. All right. The dream state is meant to allow you to connect to consciousness and that greater volume of energy that you're already connected to. That's what it actually does. It isn't anything that you don't have already. You don't have to have formal training. What this does is this aligns you to a faster vibration, allowing you to let go of psychic debris that is holding you back. It cleanses literally your cellular network, your physical self, and your energetic network and your energetic self. That's what it does. And then you can go into studies around it and become a healer, but that isn't necessarily what has to take place for every single person, okay? The idea is to understand that what you're asking for, okay, you already possess, okay? Now, here are some side effects that happen with attunements, okay? I like to tell anybody that I give an attunement to that for the next 3 weeks, 21 days, you're going to go through each of your chakras one time in a week. So you're going to go through your root to the crown 3 times. The first week, you're going to feel very fatigued. All right. You're going to be looking for old information in your field and it will not be there. It will no longer be there. That's how that works. Okay. So you have a sense of relief and maybe a glimmer of clarity. The second week, what happens is that you're not as fatigued, but usually your diet changes. Your diet changes, you start eating a little bit lighter because you can feel your body processing at the cellular level. Okay? That's what you feel. All right? In that, it's a very deep clearing. It's a very deep clearing. All right? But what it continues to let you do, like, do you meditate? Because if you meditate, all right, that would make it an easier practice for you. It isn't something that you have to provide to other people. All right. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it doesn't have to be that. That's what I mean. Okay. So when somebody tells you that you should learn Reiki, okay, what they're seeing, or I use the word seeing so that I open up my psyche, and that's how I view through sensory and impression. All right. So that's just me. So I use the word seeing. So when you see, okay. So, all right. So for me, you're more in a pampering, self-care aspect of who you are because you're getting to know who you are. Okay. And for some people, when they think that they have reached the last aspect of being able to help you, okay, sometimes they will encourage you to learn what it is that they already practice because you're at that plateau and it may not feel like there is much more that they can do. All right. So maybe if you're not wanting to do like extensive work of like any kind of anything, right? You could journal. Okay. What journaling will do for you, it will transfer that excess energy onto a page. And I encourage not keeping what I journal if it's regurgitation, right? If it's just something that's in my mind that I've been saying repeatedly that is detrimental or diminishing, and I just put it on there like, oh, I really don't like my life. I wish that these things were like this, blah, 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 blah. I burn it. That's what I do because I don't necessarily have to continue to practice that vibration. And that's really what I think would be good for you because attunements, okay, yeah, everything is energy. Everything is because you're using a thought and an emotion to pencil something. All right. So it's all a transference of energy. We ourselves, of ourselves, give everything sentience. I love these cards. I love you guys. I love the show. I love the building. I love my friends. We give it sentience. So we breathe life into our experience. Okay. We have access to it at a greater volume already. The idea is that if you're looking for ways to discharge energy, okay, then there's plenty of practices that are relatively easy. Okay. The idea that once you start doing like a page, I have this kind of a notebook that I do like I'm using right now. Okay. And so it's this kind of a notebook, and it just has a bunch of like college rule, whatever that is, lines in there. Okay. And on the first page, I'm writing all the things that I don't like, that I'm not happy about, blah, 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 blah. I rip that out. I go, I burn it. Then I sit down and I write out how I would like to enter my next experience. Like, what does that look like to me? I save that page. The next day, if there's any remnants of stuff that like maybe I'm not too keen on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that down. Yesterday was a shit show, blah, blah. Because that happens, right? I'm going to go burn that because I'm starting over. And then I'm going to write down another page of what I'd like to experience. That is purposefully mastering your energetic experience. That will allow you to spend your energy in the way that you would like. That's the first order of business when it comes to this. When you are designating how you would like to have your day, and you're creating from a very purposeful place who you are. All right. It's very cool. It allows you because you're telling yourself a story. We speak, God, did you know that we speak 60 to 80,000 words a day? Most of them up here. So we're the only ones hearing all of it. We're the only ones hearing all of it. So why not choose stories that are going to take us into the experiences that we truly want to adventure, right? Why not do that? When we start scripting our life, right? That's why hypnosis is so powerful. See how that all laid out? It's perfect. So when you're using words, you use words that are going to bring you into a vibration that you would like to practice or be a part of or sustain in for a moment. Like, what does your flow look like? What is this currency, this current that you're in, right? Does it look like money falling from the sky? Does it look like energy that presents you these opportunities one after the other that are just so blissful and joyous? You have nothing but appreciation and gratitude for what has been and appreciation for what's to come. Why not? It's our choice. It's definitely our choice. It isn't so singular either. And when you start acting in oneness in that way, when you start utilizing who you naturally are and you connect to the business of you, right? The business of you in the way that you would like to be perceived to yourself. Okay. Because then you start telling a great story about who you are. When you tell that great story to yourself of who you are, the next individuals that show up, you are enamored of them and for yourself, right? Because you're speaking love to you. Now you're going to see love in them. That's another way to manage energy around you, right? It's just a story in your head. When you find that you're having too many triggers that are detrimental or diminishing or things like that, it's time to be still. It's time to be still and stand on the earth and tell the earth, thank you. And you just keep saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you let all of that crunchy energy fall to the earth. And you're thanking the earth for the transmuting of that energy into essence. And you let it fall all the way to the earth, out of your experience, out of your expression, out of your thoughts, out of your emotion, just all the way down down, down, down your energetic field, and you let it just land in the earth, and you just say, thank you, 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 thank you. And then you choose how it is you want to talk next. Those are easy ways to manage your energetic field, because we are very stimulated. We're very stimulated. And when we get overstimulated, we move into old behavior, because that's where the stimulation is overstimulated. Okay. All right. So let's see. So now let's go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay, Dupree? All right. I don't necessarily think that Reiki is your answer right now, because it isn't something that's pulling you or calling you. I would say this, though, all right? Since you and I have worked together on this thread and we're opening up the energy of possibility, if, all right, you start to eat differently, okay? If you start to be more forgiving of yourself, okay? These are attributes that the energy has found you, all right, and wants to work with you. You don't have to do anything right away. What it is it's opening things for you called opportunity and possibility. And you just see what the universe has to offer, because it's life force energy, all right? And that makes it easy peasy, okay? All right, let's see. Let's pull this card right here. Ooh, yeah, you just did a lot of work, That's really good. Okay. So a 9 is about completion. Plus we're moving into a year that's going to be a 9. So there's a lot of this last cycle where you feel like you've been rode hard and put up wet. Right now we did a very deep energetic shift with you. And we did it through like word usage or whatever, but we just held space and shifted the energy until you were aligned with who you are, gave you a few tools, and that's usually how it works. And this is how you were feeling. All right. You were feeling like this when you came to the table, and now you're feeling like this. And I love it. I love it. So what these two cards represent to me for you is that all of your hard work, all of that inner work that you've done, all of those things, it has not been for naught. But both of these are 9s, so it's not at the very end of the cycle, initiating a new cycle as yet, but you are completing the old cycles of situations that you didn't think you were doing good in. They're all finished. You're doing great. You're doing magnificent. Okay. Look at these. These are beautiful cards, awesome cards. And these are physical attributes. So this is earth and wood. So you're in balance and harmony to yourself. Okay. Balance and harmony to yourself in your physical aspects. Isn't that freaking awesome? Right? You love that? Many blessings. Okay. What's this? Thank you. Right? You're welcome, because that's how it works. See, whatever we're asking for, the reason that we're asking for it is because we don't think that we could have it right now. If we can find out what that fucking story is that's telling us that, we can work with that story, because it's energetic. It's not showing up any further than what isn't showing up. See what I mean? So if we work with it energetically, it's easier to shift it, because then our consciousness connects to the possibility and opportunity of that magnetic vibration, because it's an electromagnetic field that we're working in. It's that quantum mechanics aspect. It's the alchemy. It's the alchemy of you. Okay, let's see. Let's see who's next. All right. All right. That feels so good, so delicious. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I chose to show up. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I needed all of this. I needed all of this. Walking into next year, fuck yeah. I needed every message that this motherfucker has given us. Man, there's just too many of them sometimes, you know? Yeah, life, you know what? Life is awesome. Life is awesome. And I'm going to choose where it is that I want to view it from. I'm not going to I'm not going to discount people's experiences because there's some shit experiences that are happening out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my level best to shift the energy around it so that change can happen in the way that the masses will be benefited. That's what I'm doing every day because I care. That's my rabbit hole. You guys are awesome. I think that let's see. Well, Lila did say that she was leaving, but you know, she is going to get ready for her happy happy new year. Here we are. Her happy new year. Anything? Yes. Okay. Oh, Bhavna. Okay. All right, Bhavna, let's see. All right. So here we are. I feel I'm on this divine plane where I'm able to see and feel so much, but I have less knowledge. I see 369, these combinations everywhere. I've met someone who could do telepathy with me. That's good. That's good. I don't know if you're aware of this, but telepathy isn't uncommon. It's actually one of our intuitive natures. It's something that happens with us often. It means that you've found somebody you can be vulnerable with in oneness. That's beautiful. So 369 are pattern numbers. All right. They're initiate numbers. They create these frequencies, okay, that are representational. Metatron's cube is an origin pattern and runs through 369 in many different ways. You can apply 369 to many patterns that are sacred geometry, which is beautiful. What I would encourage you to do is to sit with yourself and ask the importance you want to assign to what you're experiencing. All right. A lot of people will want to give you like, oh yeah, well, this means this and this means this and this means this, but I'll give you some correlations. That's what I'm willing to give you. And what I'm doing as I'm looking at the energy of consciousness, right? As I'm looking at the energy of consciousness, I'm thinking to myself, maybe what else? Exactly. Correct. Okay. What else I would, okay, let's see. I want to see where you are. Okay. Okay. So we're going back to this one right here. Thank you. Okay. What you are experiencing is a deeper sense of self and connection, and that's meant to happen. See, we have an electromagnetic frequency for our planet that floats in the middle of the universe. So every other planet has that same, you know, personal, individual, sovereign electromagnetic frequency. All right. So when the planets like come by us, we're going to feel it. We're going to feel it, and behaviors will change around us. We'll see it. We'll see it. Okay. We may think that it's an external aspect causing us to feel. But what we're doing is we're going into an experience and then choosing what emotion or feeling to assign to it so that we have a dictionary of what this experience is. And we would do better to just go into every experience like this. I can't do it for very long. That's the longest I could do it without like having a story start. Right? So I know it's not going to be easy. All right. So let's see. So, okay. So it is giddy energy with this individual. And like, what is it that you would like to experience out of life, right? What would you like to experience out of life? I would ask Bhavna, questions like, what are your dreams and aspirations moving forward in life? If you could create your future self in any capacity and connection, who would she be? That's what I would do. I would begin to write a story physically, I would do this, all right? I would begin to write a story of the future of who I see myself becoming. And I would do it in a way that would make me comfortable to read it like every day, to where it was like a mantra. And every day, the magnetic of what I'm creating on that paper becomes me cellularly, because it's the story I am telling myself. It drives me into experiences that will culminate in the support of that story. If I'm able to stay focused, all right, and breathe through what I perceive as adversity or contrary or contrast energy, what I'm merely doing is recognizing in those spaces of stagnant experience, I'm learning it's time to let go of that old pattern because I'm in a new one. I don't need to pick up the old pattern. I'm just recognizing it's a different pattern. That gives me space to move forward, right? And breathe life into that which I wish to experience, all right? Okay, so 369 has like a lot of meaning. I say 369, I look up and there's like 7 people watching. There's 2 likes. That's also another 9. So now I'm going to start searching for different evidence that supports what I'm talking about. And I will absorb through my environment, my consciousness in oneness for interpretation. When I look at other things, it will generate within me that which I have inherent knowledge of. Okay? I can lay meaning externally, but it won't satisfy me internally. So giving myself the meaning is more empowering. It allows me to be the authority in my life. It allows me to make up whatever it is, and easier for me. And that might be what is good for you. You'll have to decide. So moving into next year, we haven't even done these yet. Okay, so moving into next year, what you can experience, because this is what they're bringing forward for you in particular, Bhavna, is an understanding of the magic of you. All right? That's of the magic of you. You know, my main fear is abandonment. Right. But knowing that core, okay, honestly, abandonment is usually, all right, a pretty good experience for everyone. Everyone has it to a certain degree. Okay. That teeny tiny little bit of information might make you feel less alone. Okay. All right. Some things that would benefit you, okay, that I will suggest. And these are practices I have that have helped me. And that's all I can give you. I can't give you anything other than that. So first, I started out by meditating, and I would meditate in a 10 count, drop down, wait for a message, whatever, vision I saw or whatever experience it was. And then I'd write it in my journal, close the book, not look at it, do it every day till I started hitting like gaps. The gaps are nice. I love the gaps, but they're not extended. They're this amount of time between, right? So I started doing that. When I did that, I was also encouraged to do like an inventory of myself, to like look at myself in a written form so that I could maybe not look at it as I was so horribly bad, right? Or so horribly great. Just a what is, this is what it is sort of rendition of my life, right? There's always going to be people, which are external value, that trigger internal worth. Okay. for me, my mom passed when I was 5 years old. It was a very traumatic experience for me. In that experience, I did like, I don't know, I was 5. I was fucking 5 years old. So I didn't want, here's like the hiccup with any kind of meaning or well-meaning or meaningful relationship that is tied to the abandonment. All right. Once they are no longer in your life and you move into grief and you have so many unanswered questions of like who you are and what that experience actually was, because you have the old story, you have the initial story, and a lot of us don't want to go back in and tell that story to ourselves any more than we already do. But it's coming out in actions, it's coming out in behavior, it's coming out in decision making. It's coming out in goal setting. It's coming out in performance. It's still present. It's still present. And it's present in many different ways. One of the ways that abandonment is very present is that when something really great comes close enough to make us feel slightly vulnerable, we'll push it away or we'll end it because we think that the only next step is their leaving. Okay? And so just being mindful of that, being mindful that you don't have to push everything away. That's important. During the course of healing that I've done and continue to do around my mom and around other people, right? Because I've lost a lot of people in my life. And I could look at it in any way that I want. Mostly with my mom, that sense of abandonment felt like such a deep wound, you know, just like that song, the first cut is the deepest, right? Yeah, like that, right? So it felt like that, like for a good portion of my life. And I didn't know that in carrying the grief and loss and the anger, especially the anger and the resentment and the fear around all of the abandonment, until I could understand that that was energy that I needed to give back to my mom, because it didn't belong to me. It came from her. She didn't mean to transfer that to me. She wasn't aware that that's what got transferred to me. And so me not wanting to give it back to her, right, had me go on a very long voyage as to how to figure out how to just transmute and stay still in who I am. Okay? So what you're learning right now, obviously, okay, what you're learning right now is you. And I would suggest it isn't that you want someone to stay, you want you to stay. That's what that real statement is. You want to be able to stay. You want to be able not to create behavior that causes people to leave. You want to be able to create behavior that allows you to move into intimacy and open conversation and vulnerability and connection and support. That's what you want. All right? In all of your statement, right? In all of your statement. A lot of people would say, "Oh, you're young." What is that? We're all young. We're all young. We've never had this moment, so we're all fucking babies. All right? You don't have to know all the answers. None of us know the fucking answers until we say it. That's the answer. That's always the answer. Whatever you say, that's the answer. All right? You have an extra energy with you. And I want to know if you're willing to let go of it. It's what's telling you you're not enough. It's an energy. It isn't you. If you would like, if you're willing and you're open, Okay. We could do a little mini exercise and you could let go of that energy and then your story will change. Right now you have an insertion of energy that doesn't belong there. Cool. All right, great. So this little exercise, everyone can do it. It's up to you, but I have Bhavna's okay, and that's who I'm working with, but everybody will benefit that wants to do this at the same time. All right. So as long as you're not driving, as long as you're in a safe space, okay, and you feel comfortable, I'd like for you to close your eyes. You can do this later and rewatch the video and it will still have the same impact. The energy that I'm loading into here works every single time. All right. If you're able to, I'd like for you to close your eyes and place your right hand or your right fingertips on your heart chakra. All right, just place it on your heart chakra. I'd like for you, I invite you to have a feeling of gratitude. Feel gratitude. You can wrap it around an experience, a loved one, you. Gratitude. Feel gratitude. All right. And keep expanding that feeling of gratitude. There we go. I want you to imagine a train station, any train station in front of you. I want you to notice the architecture, notice if it's day or night, smell the smells, hear the sounds. I want you to notice all the people going into the train station. You're standing on the sidewalk, and when you can see your feet, I want you to begin to ascend into the air adjacent to the train station. Gently, slowly, easily ascending high above the train station. You could see if it's day or night. You could see the whole property line until you float over directly atop the train station. You can see all four corners of the property. You could see the architecture, noticing if it's day or night, hearing the sounds, smelling the smells, seeing the sights. Gently, easily, safely, you begin to descend, drop down through the roof, the ceiling, to the inside of the train station, landing firmly, gently, and effortlessly on your feet. When you can see your feet, I want you to look around the train station and I want you to locate the front door. And you'll see all the people coming in. Good job. And opposite that is an archway that's darkened. I want you to walk over to the archway and I want you to take your hand and I want you to run it around the rim of the archway and it will light up in a brilliant, divine white light. So brilliant, it will almost knock you backwards. And it will get brighter and brighter and brighter and it's going to feel like gratitude, abundance, love, surrender, forgiveness, compassion, kindness, ease, transition. And now you're going to make an announcement inside of the train station. You're going to gather everybody in front of you. So in your mind's eye, tell everybody to get in front of you. Everybody get in front of you. And say, all spirit energy in need of transition, go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. And you'll notice that people will start moving toward the light and it might turn into a blur and the blur will turn into like a smog and the smog is the ectoplasm of all the spirits leaving the train station, which is beautiful. All right. And as the train station gets a little bit lighter and brighter, as the spirit transitions, okay, very good. The ceiling and the roof open and expand into the heavens. Now you make another announcement. You have all the cosmic beings stand in front of you, stand in front of you. Come stand in front of me. They show up because you've asked for help from the universe. And so in that vein, with deepest amount of gratitude, we're thanking them for their service, and we're going to release them. Thank you for your service. You may go. Now you're going to find yourself rising up through where the roof once was, the ceiling, all of that beauty into the sky, high atop the building. You're going to take this golden lasso that magically appears in your right hand. You're going to swing it to the far left, the front right, the front left, and the back right. You're going to wrap that property once, twice, 3 times, and give it a good pull. Wrap it up really good, like a good present. This is the only way to save these beings. Ship them to the God of your understanding and release them to the heavens. And now you'll find yourself descending back down into the train station. The roof comes back on. You'll look around. It's pristine. It's magically warm and inviting, very tranquil and peaceful. You feel that high vibrational energy in there, and absolutely nobody is coming in that front door. You walk over to the archway. You pull down from the very center to the floor, and you close it. You stand where you once landed, and you begin to ascend into the air, up through the ceiling, the roof, high atop the building. You're noticing the architecture, if it's day or night, smelling the smells, hearing the sounds, seeing the sights. The property is so pristine and clear, and absolutely nobody is going in that front door. You pull to the side to get adjacent to the building and begin descending down to the sidewalk until you can see your feet on the sidewalk outside the train station. And when you're ready and you see your feet, you can open your eyes. Feels better. Okay, everybody take a nice deep breath in. Hold it. We're letting it swirl around and collect any psychic debris. Blow it out. Thank you. Get rid of that. Let all that stuff fall off your shoulders. Obviously, you're the train station. I love you guys. As you float back in here, all right, as you float back into your position of who you are and how you're connected, and in that spaciousness, right now, Bhavna, what you're finding out is that you're enough. Did you know that the number 2 and 4, when added, 2 is your psychic vision and your intuition coming in, right? And 4 is about building foundations, right? When you add them together, it's about healing. So you're doing some deep healing and giving yourself that grace that you want from others. You're the only one that can give it to you, because that's how you recognize it when others give it to you. All right. That's just how it works. So the idea is that whatever that abandonment is, you bless it. You bless it with everything that you are, because it has given you who you are today, and that's enough. You are more than enough. Now, there's some pretty impactful transits that happen for people right about this age till about 27, right? And one of them is Saturn's return. So you're looking for structure, right? And you're coming into this energy of asking for things to be a certain way. So that's why the age and all of these numbers make a lot of sense to you. The idea is to create a goal sheet. Like, what is it that you would like to experience, and allow that to be your guide. Allow that to be your guide. You feel very good, yeah? Super cool. Way better, right? Yeah. I love that process. It's one of my favorite. So yeah, so the idea now, since you're like an empty canvas, a blank canvas, and you get to paint anything that you would like on it, all right? Anything your heart's desire, right? So what does that look like to you? Okay? Maybe it is this beautiful divine love and partnership that's super romantic and that you're open to, and that is going to allow you to be even more of you, right? So first you have to define you. Who are you, Bhavna, right? What are your best attributes? What do you bring to the table? You said so far that you have a beautiful heart, and you do. And that is a lot. When you bring your heart to the table, you can't serve anything more authentic. All right? And you don't have to define it. You just be it. That's that stutter step that you're in right now. You're moving from a doing aspect into a being aspect, and your hormones at your age won't let you. So you feel driven. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. But you're moving into being because that's who you are. If you're my granddaughter, I'd say you might want to slow the fuck down. Sorry. Okay, let's pull a card for you now, right? Now we can pull a card for you because now you're clear. Now you're ready. You're ready to receive like whatever the universe can like right? Right? You need to laugh. You just need to fucking laugh. All right? Like we're in every situation of our experience. We're the most important actor, performer, being in our own experience. If we don't treat ourselves sovereign, who else is going to? Who else is going to? All right. Okay. So what I would do is I would do like a short goal sheet, something that maybe I would like to experience in the next 3 to 4 months, and then maybe one about 8 months out, and then one about a year out, right? And it could be general, it could be filled with love. Just know that like when you put it down, you are asking for these attributes to come into you. That's what it always is. All right. And when you become those attributes, you get to go ahead and find people in that vibrational match that are good for that partnership, companionship, that endless love, right? Man, we have like a lot of Cinderella stuff going on here. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You have let go of your restriction. Your limitation is gone. It's so perfect. So when this card comes up, this is my favorite, one of my favorite. I love all the cards. Who am I kidding? This card is called the wish card. Make a wish, girl. Make a wish. So whatever you write down, that's what's going to come. Whatever you write down, that's what's going to come. That's how powerful this exercise is for you. Many blessings. That's like huge. Love and abundance. That's right. Love and abundance. Couldn't have said it better myself. So make a wish. So whatever you write down, that's what's going to come through. That's how powerful this moon is for you. I don't know what your placements are, but Capricorn, we're leaving Capricorn with Pluto, left it. Now this is like the last little bit, the finishing up of what it is that we really want to take with us. So it's almost like a return to where like we're going, okay, this is what I accomplished. This is what I didn't accomplish out of this. This is what I want now. And I'm basing it on how I'm moving in the future. And that's really how powerful these sets of energies are right now. Super, super manifestational. Okay, let's see. Well, I've been on here almost 2 hours, so let's see if I have maybe one more individual. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one more. So Lamar. I have Lamar and I have Mari Lee. Okay, so first we'll do Lamar. Lamar, if you're still here, I know it's been a while. That's like almost a half hour. So if you're still here and you want to let me know that you're still present and you would like an intuitive insight, let me know. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go to it. I would love to be of service for you. It's nicer if I have a prompt and then that way I can work from there. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Whew. Okay. Okay. Marley, what we're probably going to do is go to you in a brief moment. If I don't get feedback from Lemar. Okay. Whew. And then you'll be the final candidate for today. All right. Okay. Okay. So I appreciate you. Okay. So this is what I have for you. Without interaction, it's going to be like as you are. I can shift some energies around it for you, but without your participation, right? If you don't come back to the thread, it may not mean anything to you. That's how I'm setting it up. That's how I'm setting it up for Lamar right now. So if you come back into the reading and you look for your reading and you find it, then you will be benefited. You will be benefited by it. If you do not, then it'll crumble. It'll crumble and fall. That's what it'll do. Okay. So how I see your current energy, all right, is that you feel trapped by circumstances, and this is a story of which you're living, all right. Notice that the story you tell is what actually happens on the external. So first story, then the action. So the idea is to change the story, and then the actions change. All right. Okay. You're in the midst of a spiritual lesson. You're going into a deeper understanding of what your belief system is. I would say that the story that you tell is very impactful. It is very spiritual for you right now. That's going to be the Hermit. So you have gathered what you need for the winter months to be able to look over your belief system, but you're going in kind of tied up. Like, this is all there is. This is all I know. This is all I'll ever be. And that isn't necessarily the story. So what I'm saying is that these swords that you're carrying that are in back of you, that you think that you can't escape, that you're standing in front of, you're going to find out all about that within the next 3 months. I wish you many blessings, Lamar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Sweet. All right. Okay. So, Marley, you are the final countdown. Hello. 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 Yay. Very happy that you're here. Very happy that you're here. Yes, please. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. And you do feel lighter. I'm glad. That exercise has served me well for about 4 years, 4 or 5 years. It's very impactful, maybe 5 or 6 years. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. Oh, you switched from Facebook to YouTube. I know I like YouTube better. And in June, we'll only be doing YouTube starting in June. Yeah. So we'll only do YouTube. And so just growing it a little bit here and there. So are you Lamar? If you're Lamar, then we could go ahead and finish that. If you are not, is that what you're trying to let me know? Because then that way I can really expand on the reading. But if not, okay. Yeah, we don't have to let everybody know. Okay. So I have you here. What I would like for you to do is maybe pose a question. All right. Or ask for general information or what it is that you would like to move forward with in the future. I'm going to pull a card as soon as you give me a little bit of feedback. Okay. I know there's lag time on YouTube, so I know that shuffling the cards is a great way to spend time for a minute. So we're good. Wow, that rune that we pulled earlier, that was something. That's at the very beginning of, that's at the top of the broadcast. You're more than welcome to go back and watch it. It was with Rado. Rado is about journey, but it's talking about being mindful of the pathway right now. It might seem as though it's distorted or you're not able to move into it the way that you would like, right? Okay, cool. I know you're going to answer me a lot because you're in that lag right here. So I'm waiting for you to come in. Okay. All right. I know that when we go live to, okay, cool. All right. And that's very accurate, right? You feel like you're being prevented from moving forward, right? Is that correct? Okay, so part of your spiritual lesson, if that is the case, right? Part of your spiritual lesson is the internal aspect of what the story is that you're telling. An easier way for that to work for you is to write like 10 nice things that you want to say about yourself and use that for a week. All right. Things that feel spacious and move you into okay, things that would be spacious and move you into understanding. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you. Okay. Because you have that energy already. so I'm going to give you insight with the energy. I'm super happy that you went through the clearing. The clearing was very necessary. That really opened up your pathway for you. So right now, I'm not saying that you're bratty. Let's say selective. You're very selective and you're curating your giddy up right now. Okay, we'll say it like that. That feels a little bit more impactful. This card right here is the Four of Cups. Okay, the Four of Cups means that you're probably being offered something that isn't as satisfying sensory awareness wise. Like you're not feeling it. Okay, you're not feeling it and you refuse to keep getting the same thing over and over and over again. But what I would encourage you to look at is that you do have a significant amount of protection around you. The universe itself is handing you something that has bright and shininess to it. It's coming from like the sun, the aspect of the sun, right? The sun in the clouds. So the idea is that even though you don't think right now from this vantage point, okay, that is what you want, I would encourage you to reconsider your feelings and emotions around what's being offered by looking at what you've had in the experience that is telling you that this isn't a good fit. All right. What's coming up for you? What's coming up for you in that? Like, you're measuring it against a previous experience and you're really coming from a good place. The idea is to understand that how you want to tell the story moving forward is going to allow you to accept this and allow this to be what's coming. All right. So this right here could quite possibly represent your connection to all of Earth, right? And in that flow state, if you'll just accept it, because you don't have all the work done yet. You don't have all the work done for where it is that you would like to be. A lot of it has to do with finishing touches, looking to see if there's other avenues that you can bring things in on. It feels very career-oriented, money-oriented. I would say that this right here moves back like this when this starts to take stage, right? But you're also muddying it slightly because you're not allowing this to be the grand aspect of you in who you are. And you are a very magical being, an extremely magical being. What I would encourage you to possibly do is to, because we did talk about writing, okay? Write down the offers that are being given to you. Like, what is the universe offering to you in your perception, okay? take a paper, like I showed you earlier in a notebook, right? Take a paper and write down one of the offerings, okay? So if it's love and you see like these individuals, right? Write down all of their attributes so that way you'll know what the universe is offering you, okay? If it's career or money or passive income or whatever that is, and it's being offered to you, write all of those down and all their attributes, especially how it makes you feel. If it's something that has to do with life in general, okay, to where it affects every aspect of you, okay, and it's starting to be offered to you, write that down and write down how you feel with the offerings that's being given to you. What that does is that allows you to really tap into the charges that you might be holding in that resistance to moving forward with who you would like to become. It's always going to be steeped in a story like, oh, I shouldn't go past that fence because, and then whatever that fucking story is. All right. The idea is to know that you're enough, at least until you get to the fence. So if you just move the fence out of the way, you're still enough. That's the key. All right. And when you write those things down, you can at that moment, and I would do different pages for each of the offerings that are coming through. This is how I would do it. All right. And then I would go back after I wrote down all the offerings. Okay. And I would, on the back side of that same paper, I would say, give me another perspective of what you're bringing in that is being related in this experience. Like, show me evidence of how this all works. Right? Like, show me what else I'm supposed to think with all these indicators, and then start writing that down. Okay. What that's going to do is that's going to allow your vibrational offering to expand into duality rather than into a definitive or a finite aspect. Yeah, that shifted. Very good. Okay. When you move from a defined aspect of construct and you allow openness to be like what you're holding your experience with rather than holding your experience with, right? Then more of value can come through for you. All right. So that's what I'm seeing in this aspect. Okay. What you're asking for is easily and readily available to you already. It's already available to you. So if you could understand that it's already there and that you're just asking for it to zhuzh itself up, right? Then you would be dollars to donuts, okay? So remember, it's situational. It isn't a life lesson that's going to keep repeating itself in the same way. This is a framework of situation that's moving from something that may not be as satisfying into something that is extremely satisfying and earth felt. This emotions, all right, are sentiment and spiritual. Physical. And that is your job right now. Okay. That's what you're doing right now. And the easiest way that you could do that is through that exercise. At least that's what I see. Wow. What a great day. What a great day. What a great way to end 2024. I feel really good. I feel really good. I'm very happy. And I know a lot. I know that all of us are in a very good pathway and generously aligned to what we find most important in this great place of allowance that moves our energy in the direction of our focus, and that builds automatic foundation of where our path is and connection to those that support us. Yeah, many blessings. Let's do like a final little exercise, okay? All right. This is a collective card for the group, okay? And it's perfect. We're going to leave all of this is the card is for the exercise that we're going to do, okay? We're going to leave all of the heartache from what wasn't manifested through the expectations we set and yet could not hold. We're going to gather it into a big bucket. We're going to bless it back to the earth. And we're going to thank the earth for the new, rejuvenated versions of what we are coming to be in the new year. Many, many blessings for you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a fantabulous new year. I'll be back next Tuesday with Sarah. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you.